I really love seeing Rocky and Ginger as parents throughout. It's a nice evolution from the first movie. They're very protective of Molly. What did you like most of that aspect of them having settled down a bit from the first film?
Well, it's fun, anytime you have a character that can evolve, that has some kind of character arc, that always freshens things up. It builds a more dynamic character and dynamic storyline. So I loved that. I loved that it gave me an opportunity to come in as the new voice of Rocky, very humbly, receiving the torch from Mr. Gibson and getting to play this father. It's one thing for Rocky to fall in love with Ginger. It's a whole other thing for him to now become a dad, and the sensitivity and vulnerability and all the doting on his daughter, everything like that was a really fun, new, fresh take on it.
Yeah, I was curious about how you like really found your version of Rocky since, he is in a different space like we talked about and, you don't want to do an impersonation of Mel Gibson the whole time. So how was it kind of navigating that?
Well, I couldn't really do a good impersonation of Mel Gibson anyway, so fortunately, I didn't have to. But no, I mean, again, I don't know. I think as an actor, what you're trying to do is just bring as much authenticity as you can, whether it's in live action or it's in voice. You're trying to bring authenticity. You're trying to bring what is that character feeling or thinking in that any given moment. And so that's all I tried to do, and trusted Sam along the way. And I think we made something real special.
Yeah, and you also bring authenticity into belting out these cockadoodle doos. When you're in the studio just making rooster noises, like does it just kind of set in how goofy this job can be?
100%, bro. 100%. It's so silly. I mean, being an actor in general is kind of silly. You're playing dress up and make believe, but like silly in all the best of ways. And then getting to do a voiceover job, you don't even have to do the dress up. You're doing make believe, but it's all the make believe with your voice. And then you really almost get more of a license to be silly, to kind of go crazy places and think of things and they, Sam was very encouraging of all that. And so I think we got to, be creative and imaginative and had a lot of fun.
And this movie, I did not expect it to be a heist movie. It's almost Mission Impossible-esque in a lot of ways. How fun was it when you finally saw the script and saw the wild ways it was, going above and beyond the first film?
Oh, I was delighted. I mean, again, being able to go and create a really entertaining film, soup to nuts, is what you're setting out to do. And that starts with the script. It starts with the creative team. It starts with Aardman, incredible studio, making incredible content for, decades. And so I wasn't surprised at all that it was such a great script. And then we just had to go and execute it and try not to screw it up.
And then my last question for you, what does it mean for you to be adding to the legacy, being in a small part of just stop motion animation in general? Because what a history. It goes well over 100 years old and it's still going strong and there's still such great work coming out of it.
It's really cool, man. Honestly, I think particularly since, and not to go too far down any kind of a rabbit hole, but AI is very rapidly growing, rapidly evolving, and going to start rapidly changing the landscape of our industry, particularly with anything that is within kind of an animated form first. Then it'll start coming for all of the live action stuff. It already kind of is. But to be able to be within this world, to be a part of this world, legacy stop motion with Aardman, is really a blessing. I'm very, very grateful for it.